you, Okabe-san. So, my name is Run Kong. I'm the Office VG lead here in Japan. Let me apologize in advance for speaking English and remind you that there are translation devices for those of you who would like them. First, let me thank you for coming here on such a wet and cold day. And I'm sorry that we don't have seats for all of you. We really should have planned for even more popular interest in the new office. So, in today's modern era, modern life seems to move faster and faster. The pace of life seems to be increasing for all of us. Busy people and families have a hard time doing everything they need to do quickly enough. In a survey of people in more than 20 countries, we found that 60% of them don't have enough time to do what they want. On top of this, disruptive technologies like mobile devices, social networking services, and cloud are changing the way we all live and work. In the same survey, we found that more than half of people now carry more than 3 devices. I know many people in Japan who carry at least 2 keitai, probably a Note PC, and nowadays a tablet too. In fact, I've probably just described the lifestyle for many of you in the room. All this means is that the line between our home or personal life and work is blurring. We hear a lot about work-life balance in Japan, but when I talk to people, that rarely means doing less work. It's much more about feeling like I am in control of my own life, and I decide when I want to work and when I want to play. All of this in a world of ever-increasing information, combined with these technology advances, means that now consumers have an expectation that they will always have instant access to the people and information they care about. Right? Let's say you wanted to find a restaurant in Roppongi nearby. Well, now you can just look immediately on your smartphone or keitai instead of planning ahead. What if you want to get in touch with an old friend? It's very easy using SNS like Facebook or Skype or Line. At Microsoft, we fundamentally believe that technology has the potential to change the world and make people's lives better. At its most simplest, technology should make your life simple and easy without you having to do anything. In other words, it's not about making people do more with their technology. It's about making technology do more for you. That's the fundamental philosophy behind our vision for productivity and the products that we build, like the new Office. As Higuchi-san mentioned, we have a saying about the new Office here in Japan. 新しい Office で始まる重要な毎日. I think it sounds a lot better in Japanese, but I'll do my best in English. It basically means that the essence of the new Office is that it simplifies your life and helps you to find the time to do what you want. We believe that the new Office fundamentally opens up compelling new scenarios, on Windows 8 devices especially. For example, reading your documents in Office with the same pleasure and ease as you might flipping through the pages of an e-book. Or, with a touch-based device with a stylus, taking notes electronically as you would on a piece of paper, but directly into OneNote and your Windows 8 device. There were many people here in Japan who downloaded and tried the customer preview, or the beta, of our new Office. And they've told us that they love the features in the new Office because the new Office is fundamentally smarter at helping make their lives better and easier. Some of the new scenarios they've been able to do are a husband and a wife plan their trip overseas, their vacation, together. They manage their trip budget in Excel 2013, together with SkyDrive, and because it was all in the cloud, they were each able to input information and make changes at the same time. And a feature that they love called Flash Fill in Excel 2013 automatically filled in data for them because Excel is now smart enough to anticipate the things you need. And you'll see this in a little bit in our demonstration. A mom and her daughter told me that they bake pastries all the time. But now what they do is they put their recipes and assemble the ingredients first in OneNote 2013 on a Windows 8 device. And because it's touch-based, they're able to swipe through their recipes in the kitchen very easily. A small business owner told me that he makes his Nengajo cards in Word 2013. And he loves the feature called Live Layout, and you'll see this later as well, where you can take a photo and move it around in Word, the new Word, and Word is smart enough to reflow all that text automatically for you, so that your formatting is always perfect. Perhaps my personal favorite is a new feature called the Presenter Mode in PowerPoint. I'm actually using it right now as I speak. But Presenter Mode lets anybody, professional or not, present high-quality speeches and presentations. What it does, and I'm going to ask my colleague backstage, Mino-san, can you flip the slide, please? This is what I'm looking at. You, as the audience, see the slides only in Japanese, and you see that my slide is here. I also have the next slide. It reminds me of my next slide so I can remember what comes next in the story. You'll notice I have my speaker notes, and you'll notice that my Japanese isn't good enough to have Japanese speaker notes, so that my speaker notes are in English. And it has other controls like my timer, like my laser pointer, all at my fingertips. In many ways, Amino-san, please flip back to the slides. I don't think everybody wants to keep looking at my notes. In many ways, the new Office makes your everyday life a little bit smarter, a little bit more brilliant. The millions of customers that used the customer preview showed that they were really taking advantage of the new features within the new Office. For example, almost 75% of them, the customer preview beta testers, connected to SkyDrive, our cloud service, storage service, our free service, and SharePoint. And they put more than 900 million documents, new documents, onto SkyDrive. So they're really utilizing the new scenarios that are enabled by the new Office. Now, as Higuchi-san mentioned, the new Office is designed to be great across any device. In a world where consumers are increasingly using more devices, we need Office to be great across any of them, whether they're a gorgeous all-in-one on a desktop, or a tablet, a book-sized tablet PC, or a smartphone. You can write, type, or swipe. The new Office does it all. Now, it's a product design challenge to make sure that you have a great experience, whether you're working on a large screen the size of your desk, or a small one, like a smartphone in your pocket. And so our engineers spend a lot of time thinking about making Office, the new Office, smart enough to understand the context of what device you're working on. So, for example, when you go from a big desktop to a small tablet, we shrink the user interface controls to give you as much space as possible on that tablet for your content. And we move the most commonly used controls to the right side of the tablet. Why? So if you're holding that tablet, that Windows 8 tablet in your hand, the most common controls will be on your thumb, right there. You don't have to move around to use them. There's lots of examples like that to make the new Office terrific, whether you're using keyboard, mouse, touch, or stylus. But it goes deeper than that when we say that the new Office on Windows 8 is the best productivity and collaboration tool in the world. There's deep engineering that we've done to make sure that the new Office is at its best on Windows 8. For example, the new Office takes very smart advantage of hardware accelerators in new Windows 8 devices. It means that the new Office is faster and more fluid than ever. Another great example is that the new Office is designed to extend battery life on new Windows 8 devices. The best story about this in my opinion, is that, you know the cursor? The cursor is, in Word or PowerPoint, it tells you where you are in the document, right? Well, if you've ever noticed, if you're not doing anything, the cursor blinks in Office. It turns out that making the cursor blink takes up a lot of battery life, because the only way to make the cursor blink is using software. There's nothing in hardware that can do that. And the cursor blinking means that the software is constantly active in calling to systems resources. So, in the new Office, to extend battery life on Windows 8 devices, the new Office on Windows 8, if you're not doing anything for a while, the cursor stops blinking. It sounds small, but it's thousands of small improvements like this that make the new Office on Windows 8 the best productivity and collaboration experience in the world. Now, we're proud to say that our Microsoft development team here in Japan, so we have a local group of R&D engineers here in Japan, build many global features for Office, but a specific feature that they built just for Japanese customers who have a new Windows 8 machine and the new Office preloaded. The first startup experience was built by MSD here in Japan for our Japanese customers. So that's a great example of how at Microsoft we believe in trying to build the optimal solution for different customers in different markets. I'd like to take the opportunity to really thank my OEM partners here in Japan. They're always been terrific supporters of the Office business, and they've been terrific champions of the new Office. And so NEC, Sony, Toshiba, and Fujitsu are presenting more than 170 models of Windows 8 devices here in Japan, preloaded with the new Office, starting tomorrow. And the terrific thing is they'll be up on stage in a few minutes to show off some of their new devices, which are terrific, all preloaded with the new Office. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank our retail partners here in Japan, who also support our business, both Windows and Office, so much. More than 21,000 retail salespeople have been trained to talk about the benefits of the new Office to our customers, and 5,000 of them are certified as Office Associates. So starting tomorrow, there'll be plenty of people in store to help with the new Office, especially on Windows 8 devices. Higuchi-san also mentioned that in this world where customers demand instant access to all their people and information, the new Office is highly integrated with cloud services and social networking services. I'll just give you 4 brief examples of this. The first is that by default, right, the default behavior is that you will save to the cloud with the new Office. So the default is you save to SkyDrive or SkyDrive Pro, a feature of SharePoint if you're a business, and everything is in the cloud. But the new Office is very smart. It will retain a local copy of any document in the cloud, and if you go offline, like for example, if you go on a long plane trip, and you work or make changes offline, when you're back online, we're smart enough to sync those changes for the customer. Second, the new Office is highly personalized. If you sign into the new Office, it's not required, but it's recommended. If you sign into the new Office using your Microsoft account, the new Office is smart enough to remember your latest documents, your favorite templates, your preferences. So imagine a family using a shared Windows 8 PC at home. When your son or your daughter signs into Office, he or she will see their documents, their templates. When you sign in or your wife signs in, each of you will have a personalized experience of Office based on what you use and what Office has learned about you. Third, there's a brand new, we've mentioned this a few times before, it's not here yet, but it's coming soon, a brand new cloud app development model in the new Office. This means that developers around the world and here in Japan will be able to develop cloud-based apps that will make the lives of customers here, consumers here in Japan, much more easy. And so we're very excited about that, and so are many of our developer partners. Finally, we mentioned that the new Office is highly integrated with SNS services. So as an example of this, the contact section in Outlook has been replaced by what we call the People Hub in Outlook 2013. So the People Hub is not just your Outlook contacts anymore. It's those plus any social networking service contacts you would like to add. From Facebook, from LinkedIn, from other services. Basically, it's one place for you to connect to all the people that matter most to you. So, to sum up, the new Office helps make everybody's lives a little more brilliant every day because it's so easy to use. It offers compelling new scenarios, especially on Windows 8 devices, right, touch, or swipe. And it's integrated with cloud services and social networking services like never before. So let me invite on stage one of my colleagues, Matsuda-san, to do a little demonstration of the new Office for you.